Welcome to Declutter Your Life. I'm your host, Andrew Mellen, and by the end of today's episode, you are going to know how to perfectly organize your closet so that you can remove stress, indecision, and wasted time, look like $1,000,000, and get ready in less than 2 minutes. How's that sound? Now let's get started. First of all, when it comes to organizing your closet, it's super simple. It might not be easy because of the stories that you tell yourself about the clothes, but remember this. The average person wears 20% of their wardrobe 80% of the time. So chances are there's a ton of stuff in your closet you are never going to put on your body again. And the easiest, quickest thing to do is just get that out of the way. Now, the best thing that you can do to start this process off is, and I know this might freak you out, just pull everything out of the closet. You need to set aside enough time to be able to do this, but it's not going to be as big a deal as you imagine it is. Once you get everything out, you just want to sort like with like. Remember the organizational triangle: one home for everything, like with like, and the third leg, something in, something out. That's how we stay organized. But when we're getting organized, we're just using one home for everything and like with like. And in the closets, it's essential to use those two legs: one home for everything and like with like. So we pull everything out of the closet, we sort like with like. It is much easier for you to decide what's going to stay and what's going to go when like objects are like objects. When you come across a sweater by itself, it's so much harder to decide should it stay or should it go than when it's with all of its siblings. Suddenly, that ratty black sweater that you've been dragging around for 20 years is much easier to let go of when you're comparing it to your favorite black sweater that you reach for every time you're in your closet. But by itself, each object has so much more weight. It's much easier to compare items and use that to let go. So you're going to sort things like with like. You're going to drill down into those sorted piles, and you're going to make decisions about what stays and what goes. If you need to try things on, that's a great thing to do. If you need a buddy there with you that you're going to do a little mini fashion show, that's an easy thing to do as well. It's really good to get an objective eye if you're at all waffling or not clear about what's going to stay or what's going to go. Once the closet's empty, once you've sorted everything and you've decided what's going to stay and what's going to go, putting it back in the closet is just like any other organizing project. We're looking for location, location, location. Where do you need to put the things that you wear the most? Those are the things that are going to get prime real estate in your closet. So if you're wearing a lot of shirts, put the shirts front and center. If you wear a lot of jeans, put the jeans front and center. If you're wearing a lot of soft tops or sweaters, put those right where you can get to them. The things that you use less frequently should be not hard to get to, but certainly not right in front of your face. And when you're organizing your closet, it's nice to have uniform hangers. They're not very expensive. And those flocked hangers are really good. They're super skinny. And they make them in lots of different flavors. So whatever your color scheme is for your home, it's easy enough to find whether you like white or blue or brown or black. You can easily have uniform hangers. It keeps everything nice and tidy and easy to interact with. Then as you start to load things up, we go from light to dark, dark to light. It doesn't matter whether you start with white and go to black, or you start with black and go to white, left to right. It's really whatever makes sense to you. I think some of those tricks of like turning hangers around feels like busy work to me. If it works for you, I won't say don't do it, but I feel like it's pretty clear when you're in your closet what you're reaching for. And if you find every 6 months that you're not going for a particular garment, it's probably one that you're finished with, and you can easily pull it out and put it in the going away to the thrift store pile. You can turn things into rags. I know that in New York City and other cities, we have textile recycling places. So understand that whatever you're finished with definitely doesn't need to end up in landfill. It can have another life, whether you repurpose it as a rag to polish your car or to clean your home, or you recycle it. Or if it's still perfectly wearable, somebody else is going to love what you're finished with. Either way, when you're reloading the closet, you just want to make sure that you're putting everything back like with like. So short sleeve shirts with short sleeve shirts, trousers with trousers, slacks with slacks, jeans with jeans, skirts with skirts, suits with suits, jackets with jackets, bottoms with bottoms. It's not complicated, and it makes everything easier when you're going into the closet to get dressed. Now, I also have a bit of a uniform. All of my shirts are button-down collared, and they're either short sleeve shirts or they're long sleeve shirts. Almost all of them are blue or purple, and they all have some sort of check or stripe on them. It's very simple. It's very easy for me to get dressed in the morning. And I know that some of you might be thinking, well, Andrew, that's because you're a guy and you don't get what it's like to be a girl and trying to get dressed in the morning. I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this work for over 25 years. I've had hundreds of female clients, and the process of getting organized and setting up a closet for a woman is really no different than setting it up for a man. You just really have to be clear about what your objectives are. And if what you want to do is get in and out of the closet and get on with your day, remember that as you're doing the work. It's often our mindset that will trip us up, right? So if you are thinking about what you're letting go of, it will be much harder for you to work through this process than if you think about what you're gaining, which is all of the time, the money you're going to save, and the freedom you're going to experience when you can walk into your closet in 2 minutes, pick out your favorite outfit that makes you feel like $1 million, put it on your body, and then walk out the door to go live your life. Remember, it's just stuff. We don't want to spend any more time interacting with it than we need to, because the rest of our life is waiting for us. So with that in mind, I think that you have all the tools you need to conquer your closet and get more money, more time, and more freedom back into your life. That's it for today's episode. See you again real soon.